Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about the banker's rule. The banker's rule uses the ordinary interest and exact time when calculating the simple interest. Okay, so it's not a fancy name, it's just an example of a simple interest wherein we use the ordinary interest and the exact time. If you have watched my videos on the difference between ordinary interest and exact interest, ordinary interest, it means 1 year is equivalent to 360 days. So when we convert number of days into a year, the conversion is 1 year is 360 days. For the exact time, we need to count all the number of days in between two given dates. So between two given dates, so we need to find the exact time. So that's basically the banker's rule. Compute the simple interest. The simple interest formula is I equals P RT, but use ordinary interest and exact time. Okay, so let's look at the example here. Use the banker's rule to compute for the interest of a loan amounting to 3,000 pesos. Loan last July 28, 2019 and is to be paid on February 10, 2020 at 5% interest rate. Okay, so since this is banker's rule, it's a simple interest I equals PRT. Okay, so with our formula, we can supply now P to be 3,000 because it's even. The loan amount is 3,000. The rate is 5%, so 0.05. And then for the time, this is where we have to work for like finding the exact time between between July 28, 2019 to February 10, 2020, and we have to find the exact time. Okay, so one way to do that, so July 28, 2019 up to February 10, 2020. So there are many ways to count the number of days in between these two dates, but let's just show the most basic way of counting the number of days between these two dates. Let's start with the month of July. So we have to list down the months covered. So July, August, September, and then October, November, December, January, and then we will end on February. Okay, starting with July, so the loan happened on July 28. So the count will start on July 29. So for the month of July, so this July has 31 days. So counting the days remaining, 29, 30, 31, we have 3 days, or simply 31 minus 28. So that will give you 3 days. August, we have 31 days. You can check your hands or a calendar, but better to use the hands. So we have 31 days. And then September, we have 30. October, we have 31. November is 30. December is 31. January is 31. And for Feb, we have to pay it on Feb 10. So that's 10 days in February. This will give us a total of 197 days. Okay, so now we're ready to compute for the interest because we were lacking with the time earlier. So since we counted 197 days, we place 197, but this has to be converted in years. So over 1 year is equivalent to 360 days under ordinary interest. Remember, the other type is exact interest, in which you use 365 instead of 360 days. But this is banker's rule. Banker's rule works with ordinary interest and exact time. So we use 360 ordinary interest, 197 exact time. We counted the days between July 28, 2019 and February 10, 2020. Okay, and then once you have this set up, all you have to do is to place these values in your calculator. 3000 times 0.05 times the fraction 197 over 360 equals 82.08. So we have 82.08. This is the interest for the 3,000 loan amount at 5% interest rate using the banker's rule. Okay, to sum this up, whenever we compute an interest or a simple interest using the banker's rule, keep in mind that we follow the ordinary interest and the exact time. Use the basic formula, place in the numbers, the principal, the rate, and for the time, make sure to apply the exact time and 360 for the ordinary interest. Okay, so the banker's rule is not a complex idea. All you need to know is that it's a simple interest following the ordinary interest and the exact time. Okay, so that's it.